Off for St. Andrews will be number 7, Spencer Rockers.
Number 7, Spencer Rockers.
We're ready to go here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mishu starting his wind up to Rockers. The delivery. Ball inside. Rockers back ready in the box. The delivery. Called strike 1 on the inside corner. A 1-1 count to Rockers. Foul ball to the right side of the infield. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Rockers here. Mishu looks ready to go. The delivery. It's a ball in the dirt. That'll make it a 2-2 count to Rockers. 2 balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rockers ready to go in the box. Takes the ball low. Full count to Rockers to lead off the bottom of the 4th. And that's a leadoff walk issued by Mishu. Rockers will be on first base with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Now batting number 2, Whit Harrison.
Next batter up for St. Andrews will be number 2, Whit Harrison. Runner on first takes his lead. The pitch, called strike 1. Swing and strike 2. The runner at first goes, and he's safe at second base. So it's stolen base attempt. No balls and 2 strikes to Harrison as we have a runner on second base and no outs. Mishu looks into his catcher. Comes set. Checking on his runner at second, and the pitch. It's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Harrison. Swinging strike 3. Harrison is out on strikes. 1 out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Runner on second. Next up for St. Andrews, number 13, your first baseman, Marshall Ward. Ward takes ball 1 outside, stolen base attempt, and he's called out at third base for the second out of the inning. Rockers is called out at third on the attempted stolen base. That'll clear the bases for us here in the bottom of the 4th inning with 2 outs. Ward ready to go in the box. The delivery from Mishu. Foul ball right at the plate. One ball and 1 strike here to Ward. Ball taken outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nobody on base here with 2 outs in the inning. We got a foul tip called for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Ward. Mishu working quickly this half inning. The delivery, strike 3, swinging, and that'll end the bottom of the 4th inning. We have a 4-4 ball game going into the top of the 5th after the quick inning by Mishu there.
Pitch count for Logan Fisher, 15. 15 pitches for Logan Minshew.
Folks, we are broadcasting this game as audio only right now as we enter the top of the fifth inning of a 4-4 ball game. Your new pitcher for St. Andrews in the top of the fifth inning will be number 9, Chase Town. Town will take the mound after 4 solid innings by Copeland Nixon. Folks, we've got a 4-4 ball game here in the top of the fifth inning. It's been a back and forth affair up to this point.
Now batting number 7, Connor Jeffrey.
Leading off the top of the fifth inning for Loris will be number 10, Rod Percha.
66 pitches.
Percha also threw the first 3 innings of this ball game for Loris before we were able to get on the air. He will be the first batter that number 9, Chase Town, faces. We are ready to go here in the top of the fifth inning.
Leading off the top of the fifth, number 10, Rod Percha.
All right, folks, here's our first delivery of the game from Town, and it's a ball in the dirt to Percha. 1 ball and no strikes. Your pitcher, Chase Town, has moved from left field to the mound. And we've got a fly ball hit down the right field line, and that ball will land in foul territory for a 1-1 count to Percha. Percha steps back in the box. The delivery from Town. Ball inside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Percha. Town's ready to go with the delivery. And it's a ball low. 3 balls, 1 strike to Percha. The pitch from Town is fouled off down the first base line. That'll leave us with a full count here to number 10. Perch is trying to get on base to lead off the top of the 5th inning here. The full count pitch. Ball 4 inside. Perch will take his base. And that'll bring up number 2, Logan Michoud.
Stop at it, shortstop. Logan Michoud.
The first pitch to Michoud is a ball high. Michoud is now on the mound for Loris. Percha takes his lead at first base. The delivery. It's a fly ball, hit to right field. The right fielder makes the catch, throws it back into the infield. No advance from first for number 10, Percha. That's allowed first out off the bat of Michoud.
Number 11, Jay Todd.
Next batter up for Loris is number 11, Jay Todd. Percha takes his lead off over at first. The delivery. It's a called strike 1 to Todd. Big lead at first base. Runner goes. And he's into second base safely on the stolen base. 1 ball and 1 strike to Todd. Runner on second base, 1 out here for Loris in the top of the 5th inning. And that's a ball in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike to Todd. Town takes his place on the rubber. And the delivery. It's a ball outside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Todd. Todd hits one to left center field, and it's in the gap. Percha will score easily from second base as Todd takes his place at second base with a double. 1 out double off the bat of Todd as Percha comes around to score to make it a 5-4 game in the top of the 5th.
Now back center fielder Kyle Floyd.
After the double by Todd, next up will be number 13, Kyle Floyd. Todd with a big RBI double to trade places with Percha. The first pitch to 13, Kyle Floyd, is a called strike 1 on the inside corner. Floyd in the box, ready to go. It's a ball outside, and that'll be a wild pitch to advance Todd over to third base. Runner on third base with 1 out. Yeah, right. The delivery to Floyd. It's a ball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike here. And the next delivery hits Kyle Floyd on the helmet there. He runs to first base with no injury. Next up will be number 8, Michael Marksberry.
Now batting number 8, Michael Lee Marksberry.
Runners on first and third here with 1 out. The first pitch to Marksberry is on its way. He squares the bunt and takes ball 1. As Floyd moves up to second base to put 2 runners in scoring position. Marksberry ready to go, squares around the bunt again, and he fouls off the bunt attempt to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike. Loris trying to manufacture a run here. Marksberry gets a sign from his third base coach, steps back in the box, ready to go. The delivery from Town. It's a ball high and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners on second and third here with 1 out. Town ready to go. The delivery. It's a swing and a miss for strike 2 to Marksberry. 2-2 count to Marksberry with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Runners take their lead. The delivery fouled off straight to the backstop. The 2-2 delivery to Marksberry. It's a ball inside. Runner moving up. The play at the plate. And he's called out at home. Tagged out by your pitcher, Town, at the plate for the 2nd out of the inning. Runner on second moves to third base after the out at home. We've got a full count to Marksberry with 2 outs now in the inning. Town comes set. The delivery. We got a ground ball to the second baseman. Oh, and he makes a diving attempt but can't hold on to it. That'll score a run from third base to make it 6-4 Loris in the top of the 5th inning. That'll go down as an RBI single for Marksberry of a 6-4 ball game. 6-4 Loris.
Now batting number 16, Jacob Dozier.
Your next batter for Loris will be number 16, Jacob Dozier. Steps into the box. The delivery from Town is driven out to center field. And the center fielder makes a play, drifting to his right for the 3rd out of the inning. After 4.5 innings, folks, we have a 6-4 ball game in favor of Loris.
Pitch count for Chase.
After 4.5, it's a 6-4 ball game in favor of Loris.
Pitch count for Chase. Thanks.
Mishu back to the mound here for Loris in the bottom of the 5th inning. Your leadoff batter for St. Andrews will be number 5, Bennett Bollinger. If you're just joining us here, folks, we've got a 6-4 ball game in favor of Loris here, about to start the bottom of the 5th inning. It's been a well-played ball game to this point, a back-and-forth affair.
Getting off the bottom of the fifth for St. Andrews, number 5, Bennett Burlinger.
We were ready to go here in the bottom of the fifth inning as Michoud steps on the mound, ready to make his first pitch of the inning. Michoud in the windup. And it's a called strike right down the middle to Bollinger for an 0-1 count. The 0-1 delivery from Michoud is on its way. And it's a swinging strike 2. Quick 2 strikes to Bollinger here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Michoud working quickly here. Next delivery. And it's a bit low, folks, for a 1-2 count to Bollinger here. The next delivery is a ground ball softly hit to the first baseman, and he'll easily step on first base for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 3, Chase Pastel.
Next up for St. Andrews in the home half of the fifth inning will be Chase Pastel. Pastel steps into the left-hander's batter's box for first delivery from Michoud, and it's a called strike 1. Michoud out of the windup for the next delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Pastel behind 0-2 in the count here. Just barely missed by Michoud there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Michoud wasting no time with his next delivery, and it's fouled off to the backstop. Pastel stays alive there with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Pastel back in the box for the 1-2 delivery. And it's a bit outside. Just missed there. Michoud back in the windup. We got another foul ball hit down the third base line, but that ball will end up out of play. Out of play down the third base line. Pastel's battling here, staying alive. The next delivery from Michoud. It's taken low and inside. That brings us to a full count. Next pitch is lined. 1 hopper to shortstop. And the shortstop makes a play, throws him out at first base for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 4, Hunter Billings.
Great play there, folks. Strong throw made by the shortstop. Next up for St. Andrews will be number 4, Hunter Billings. First pitch to Billings is called outside. Ball outside, 1-0 count. Next pitch is a called strike. Michoud working very quickly, 1-1 to Billings. Billings swings at the third offering and makes a soft foul ball over to the first base line. Michoud goes into the windup. The pitch is softly grounded back to the pitcher. He bobbles it a little bit, but is able to handle it and makes the throw for the third out of the inning over at first base. After 5 innings complete, we have a 6-4 ball game in favor of Loris. 5 innings complete, 6-4 Loris.
Pitch count for Looney. Issue 30.
Michoud works a quick inning there in the home half of the fifth inning.
Thanks. 30 pitches. Bennett.
Will.
Wills.
Leading off the top of the sixth inning here for Loris, number 9, Will Todd. The first pitch from town is a called strike on the inside corner. Todd falls behind in the count 0-1. Chase Town is back on the hill here for St. Andrews in the top of the sixth inning. The next pitch is a fair ball down the first base line into right field. Todd is on his way to second base, and he's in there all the way to third base. Slides into third, and he is safe all the way to third base. Todd is in with a leadoff triple. Good piece of hitting by Todd down the first base line there. Next batter up is number 7, Jaden Edmonds.
Now batting, number 7, Jaden Edmonds.
I didn't see it. Edmonds squares, and it's a pass ball. Runner from third heading home, and he is safe at the plate. Todd scores on a pass ball to make this a 7-4 ball game here in the top of the sixth inning. Quick run here in the top of the sixth for Loris to make it 7-4. And we've got a called strike there to Jaden Edmonds. 2 balls and 1 strike is the count here to Edmonds. The delivery from Chase Town is on its way, folks. And that's a ball inside. 3 balls, 1 strike to Edmonds. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth for Loris. 3-1 count. The delivery from Edmonds is ball 4 in the dirt, and he'll make his way to first base on the no-out walk.
Now batting, number 5, Jackson Gore.
Up next for Loris will be number 5, Jackson Gore. As he steps into the left-hander's batter's box, Town is ready for the first pitch of the at-bat. The delivery, and it's a fly ball hitting a shallow left field, and it'll fall in for a base hit. Gore ambushes the first pitch from Town there for a base hit in a shallow left field to make it first and second, no out.
Now batting, number 10, Rod Percha.
That'll send us back to the top of the lineup for Loris with number 10, Rod Percha, up to the plate. Percha's been a very active part of the offense here today for Loris. And he'll have a chance to drive in a run here with a RBI chance with a runner on second. The delivery from Town is on its way. And it's lined back up the middle for a base hit into center field. Runners will hold after advancing 1 base. We've got the bases loaded here, folks, with no outs after the single by Percha.
Now batting, number 2, Logan.
Up next to the plate with the bases loaded for Loris will be number 2, Logan Michoud. First pitch from Town is a line drive, hit to the shortstop, and he catches it. Doubles him up at second base as the runner was moving on contact. We've got a double play, folks. The shortstop makes a catch on the line drive, flips it to his partner at second base for the double play.
Jay Todd.
That'll leave the runners at first and third with 2 outs now in the inning for Loris as Jay Todd steps into the box. The first pitch from Town will be a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes as Percha takes second base with no throw attempt. Second and third here for Loris with 2 out now in the inning. The pitch from Todd. Fly ball to shallow center field, and the center fielder makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Loris threatened there, had the bases loaded with nobody out, but was only able to scrape 1 run across in the top of the 6th inning. After 5.5, we have a 7-4 ball game in favor of Loris.
For Chasetown, 43 pitches for Chasetown.
Heading into the bottom of the 6th, Loris 7, St. Andrews 4. Michoud will be back on the mound here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Loris. This will be Logan Michoud's 3rd inning of work here after Percha through the first 3 innings of the game. As we head into the bottom of the 6th inning, Loris 7, St. Andrews 4. Leading off the home half of the 6th inning for St. Andrews will be your leadoff hitter, number 8, Lance Campbell.
Leading off for St. Andrews, number 8, Lance Campbell for
Campbell takes his place in the batter's box, and we are ready to go here for the home half of the 6th inning, folks. The first pitch from Michoud is lined into left field and taken by the left fielder on one hop for a single. Leadoff base hit there for Campbell. Next up for St. Andrews will be number 10, Copeland Nixon.
now batting number 10, Copeland Dixie.
Nixon steps into the box. Michoud is ready for the first pitch to him. And we've got a ground ball to second base. The second baseman had gone over to second to cover for the steal. Ball makes its way into center field for a single as Campbell advances all the way to third base. We've got runners on the corners with no outs here for St. Andrews. Runners on the corners, no outs for St. Andrews. Next up for St. Andrews is number 6, Cooper Fisher. Fisher steps into the box with nobody out in the home half of the 6th. Swings at the first pitch for a strike as Nixon takes second base. We got runners on second and third here. Runners on second and third here with nobody out for Fisher. The offering from Michoud is called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the home half of the 6th. Michoud comes set. And it's a called strike 2. Fisher falls behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners on second and third here. Michoud's ready to go again. The pitch fouled off down the first base line. Fisher staying alive here. Trying to bring across a run any way he possibly can here. As St. Andrews is down 3, but threatening to score early in the home half of the 6th inning. Fisher behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the count. A pickoff attempt to second, and he's called safe. Nixon back in safe to second on the pickoff attempt. Fisher in the box, ready to go. The delivery, the offering from Michoud is a ball low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Fisher. Fisher's put together a good at bat up to this point. Trying to squeak across a run. The next pitch is fouled off. A loud foul ball. Fisher stays alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners on second and third still. Fisher takes the offering and fouled down the third baseline. We've got a good battle here, folks, between Logan Michoud and Cooper Fisher. Both of them giving their best effort on this 95-degree day here in Bluffton, South Carolina. The battle continues. Michoud comes set. And it's a called ball inside. Take us to a full count. One of the best at-bats we've had of the day so far. Fisher has continually fouled off anything Michoud throws at him here. The full pitch. Line back up the middle. Off the glove of Michoud. Play it first, and he throws it away. Safe at first base, and that'll score 2 runs for St. Andrews. 2 runs come across for St. Andrews. We've got a discussion by the umpires here, folks. Fisher's currently safe at first base with 2 runs in for St. Andrews. We'll try to see if we can figure out the call as soon as the umpires are done with their little powwow here. That ball was hit hard off the glove of Michoud. Umpires are currently having a meeting just in front of the mound. If the play stands, we have a 7-6 ball game after 2 runs come across there for St. Andrews. Umpires are calling both coaches together for a meeting. As soon as we have final word on what has happened here, I will make sure to relay it to everyone who is listening to this broadcast. We do have audio only at this point. Thank you for tuning in if you're listening. We apologize for any technical difficulties we've had up to this point today. If you're just tuning in, we are in the bottom of the 6th inning with a score of Loris 7, St. Andrews 6 after they just get 2 runs across. Umpires are still having a meeting with both coaches as we try to decipher what exactly is going on here. Loris's whole infield has gathered behind the mound. Umpires are headed back to their positions as it looks like the play stands as originally called, folks. That'll be 2 RBIs off the bat of Fisher. Never mind, folks. We've got a change in call. Give me just a second as we figure out what we've got going on here. We had a shallow fly ball hit there to right field as a double play was made to end that inning. After 6 innings in the books, Loris 7, St. Andrews 5. We'll be starting here in just a minute with the top of the 7th inning here. Leading off the top of the 7th for Loris will be number 13, Kyle Floyd.
All right, so let's reset here. We got
Coming in to pitch the top of the 7th inning for St. Andrews will be number 5, Bennett Bollinger. Bollinger will enter to pitch here in the top of the 7th inning. First batter he will face will be number 13, Kyle Floyd, your cleanup hitter for Loris.
fielder double zero. Next at 1 minute.
Bollinger's ready to make his first pitch of the afternoon, and it's a swinging strike, fouled off by Floyd. Bollinger will try to make it a quick inning here against Loris and shut them down here in the top of the 7th inning to keep this ball game within reach. The next delivery is a strike to Kyle Floyd to make it an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes to Floyd. Floyd back in the box, ready to go. Bollinger comes set, and the pitch is fouled off. Floyd stays alive with a foul ball there. No balls, 2 strikes to Floyd. Bollinger's main objective of this 7th inning is try to keep this ball game within reach for St. Andrews. The 0-2 pitch is lined to the shortstop, and a great play. Great catch by the shortstop as that ball looked like it was going to land in center field for the first out of the inning. Up next for Loris will be number 8, Michael Lee Marksberry. Steps into the left-hander's batter's box. Bollinger comes set, ready for the first pitch. Square to bunt, but he pulls back for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes here to Marksberry. Marksberry ready for the next pitch. Swings. And a little fly ball to second base is caught easily by your second baseman for the second out of the inning. Bollinger working quickly here in the top half of the 7th inning. Trying to get his team back up to bat, down 2. Next up to bat for Loris will be number 16, Jacob Dozier. Dozier takes the first offering for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Dozier with 2 outs here. Bollinger comes set. Dozier's ready in the box. Ball 2 taken outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Bollinger ready. Makes his next delivery, and it also misses outside. Bollinger has fallen behind Dozier here. 3 balls, no strikes. He'll look to work his way all the way back in the count. The next pitch is ball 4. That's a 4-pitch walk issued by Bollinger. Dozier will take first base with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. We've got a courtesy runner coming in for Dozier here. Number 14, Frankie Causey will take the place of Jacob Dozier at first base with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Up next to bat for Loris will be number 9, Will Todd. We're ready to go here again, folks. Todd squares around the bunt. And he fouls off the bunt attempt. Foul ball right at home plate for the first strike of the at-bat. Causey takes his lead at first. The 0-1 pitch to Todd is a softly hit ground ball to third base. Makes a throw across the diamond, and he's out at first base. Good stretch by your first baseman, and he's called out for the 3rd out of the inning. Quick inning work there by Bollinger as we go into the bottom of the 7th. Loris holds a 7-5 lead over St. Andrews as we go into the bottom of the 7th, with St. Andrews trying to scrape across runs any way they can here in the bottom of the 7th to stay alive in this first game of the tournament. As we enter the bottom of the 7th, it'll be Loris 7, St. Andrews 5. Taking the mound here for Loris, looking to close this thing out in the bottom of the 7th inning, will be number 8, Michael Lee Marksberry, as he enters in a save situation today, folks. Marksberry will try to close this game out with no damage done. His one goal taking the mound here will be to preserve a 2-run lead for Loris. Leading off for St. Andrews in the bottom of the 7th inning will be number 9, Chase Town. Marksberry's teammates are standing around watching him warm up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The action will get back underway in just a second. This will be St. Andrews' last chance to bat here, folks, as they look to score at least 2 runs to stay alive in the first ball game of this tournament. Marksberry's teammates shake his hands as we are about ready to kick off here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Town is in the box, and we're ready to go, folks, here in the bottom of the 7th. Marksberry takes the mound in the windup. The first offering from Marksberry is lined in the left field for a leadoff single. Town wastes no time swinging at the first pitch and driving it into left field. Early base runner for St. Andrews. Next up to bat for St. Andrews will be number 7, Spencer Rockers, with a runner on first and nobody out. Marksberry looks into the catcher to take his sign. We've got a no pitch there, it looks like, folks. Oh, nope. Balk called by the umpire. Marksberry did not come set there, so we've got a runner from first will move up to second base with nobody out here. Runner on second, nobody out with rockers in the box. Marksberry makes the delivery, and it's a swing and a miss for strike one. Marksberry ready for the next delivery. The pitch taken by Rockers for strike two. No balls and 2 strikes here to Rockers. The 0-2 pitch on its way. Just outside. That pitch just missed on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rockers will do anything he can to at least move that run over to third base here. The swing, runner steals third on the stolen base attempt. He is called out at third base. Town runs into an out at third base to clear the bases, and the first out of the inning has been made. Town was looking to move up another 80 feet, folks, and he was thrown out at third base. Rockers now bats with the bases empty. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Marksberry goes back into the windup, and the offering just misses. Full count to Spencer Rockers. Bases are empty with 1 out after the throw out on the attempted steal of third base. Marksberry makes the full count pitch, and it's a called strike 3. Called strike 3. Rockers is down on strikes for the second out of the 7th inning. St. Andrews is down to their final out of the game here, folks. Up to bat for St. Andrews will be number 2, Whit Harrison, as they're down to their final out. Marksberry's ready to go. The windup and the pitch. It's a ball low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Harrison. Harrison bats with nobody on and 2 outs. The pitch from Marksberry. Swung and lined to the shortstop, and that'll be a catch, folks. That is your 3rd out of the inning, and that is your ball game. The final score: Loris 7, St. Andrews 5. Again, your final score: Loris 7, St. Andrews 5. Loris's next game as they move on in the winners bracket is scheduled for tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. St. Andrews will play tomorrow at 10 a.m. as they go into the losers bracket.
That's your ball. 7, St. Andrews 5.